All right, here we go. Hi, everybody. Off to a really great start. My name is Tony. I am the Summer Festival Camp Director, and I'm really excited to get to host our Summer Festival Club tonight. Uh, a couple of things. Number one, this is an experiment. We're trying this out. We've never done this as a team before. And so when you do an experiment, sometimes things go perfect the way you expect they to go, and sometimes they don't go perfect, which is just fine. So we're experimenting tonight. So if something doesn't go quite according to plan, just roll with it with us, will you? Just kind of give it a try, see how it goes. So that's number one. Number two, I wanted to tell you is we're using a hashtag tonight. So if you want to take a picture of you and whoever you're watching this with, the hashtag is SFC Online, Summer Festival Camp Online. Feel free to post that on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you are posting stuff. Feel free to use the hashtag SFC Online. Another thing is, it is pretty easy on this technology to get distracted, to check your email or get to a text message or something. So I'd invite everyone on the call to just unplug for a second, have an opportunity to just try and disconnect and unplug from what's going on tonight. And lastly, welcome to this online space. Who knows how this is going to go? Hopefully really well, but we're excited. We're excited to try this, and I'm really glad that you would take a few minutes to try this out, to experiment with us. So first off, we've got some games, and friends, you are in luck. I have our very own Jeff Becker on this call with me. Jeff has suddenly come down with a case of laryngitis. He is not able to talk tonight. However, Jeff really wanted to introduce yourselves, or introduce himself to you. And so we thought we'd get to know you a little bit better, Jeff. And we want to turn this into a little bit of a contest. We want to see if people can read your mind. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I am going to put on the screen a text thing, a text poll thing, and you have to pick what you think Jeff would pick on this list. All right, so hopefully you see that now when I share the screen that is on. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, did it show up on the feed? It looks like it did. Okay, so we need to go to full screen mode. Check this out. What pizza topping would Jeff order on a pizza? You get to pick. First thing you need to do is text the word Tony Ducklow 732-37607. And that will allow you to join, and then you can vote A, B, C, or D what you think Jeff would do. Now, Jeff, there's a little bit of a lag, so it's going to take a second. But go ahead, pull out your phone if you're not watching on your phone or your computer, and we'll give it a minute. We'll see what people say. So far, we have one vote for pepperoni. It could be unanimous. We'll wait, see if any more come in. Oh, we got a pineapple. Oh, the votes are coming in now. Here we go. Sausage, 30%, pepperoni, 45%, pineapple, 27%. All right, I'm going to let people vote for another 10 seconds, Jeff. And we'll see if they get the point. Do you think Jeff prefers sausage, pepperoni, or pineapple? 5 more seconds to get your vote in. All right. We're going to stop the share. Excellent. And Jeff, what do you prefer? Is it A, pineapple, B, sausage, C, pepperoni, or D? You can go 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think that's a B, ladies and gentlemen. A B. If you guess sausage, you got it right. All right. Excellent. Okay, we're going to our next question, Jeff. If you could have one of these superpowers, which would you choose? To be invisible whenever you want, superhuman strength, to talk to animals, or to read minds? Which one would you choose? All right, we got our votes coming in. Oh, it's neck and neck. Looks like read minds is coming up. Oh, got a few for invisible. All right, I'll give it 10 more seconds. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Jeff, what is it? Okay. He says C. C is what he would go for. C. If you guess C, make a little bit of noise in the chat room. All right, awesome. Okay, we've got a couple more we're going to go with here. All right, let's go to our next one. Our next one is this. Which Harry Potter house do you think Jeff belongs in? Is it A, Gryffindor, B, Slytherin, C, Ravenclaw, D, Hufflepuff, or E, I've never seen it or I just don't care? What do you think Jeff is? A lot of Hufflepuffs. A lot of votes for Hufflepuff. They're coming in. Some people haven't seen it. Ooh, a couple people think you're Slytherin. All right, we'll give our audience out there 10 more seconds to vote what they think Jeff is. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we got them all in. Okay, Jeff, the consensus is that you are a Hufflepuff. He's saying no, ladies and gentlemen. He's saying no. Jeff is an A. He identifies as a Gryffindor. A Gryffindor. All right, Jeff, I got one more for you. If you could choose any age to stay for the rest of your life, which would it be? A, less than 10, B, 10 to 20, C, 20 to 30, D, 30 to 50, or E, 50 to 70? All right, they're coming in. A lot of votes for C, a lot of votes for 20 to 30, a few votes for less than 10. A few more coming in. All right, Jeff, we'll let you get a good look at this. If you could choose any age to stay for the rest of your life, would you choose A, less than 10, B, 10 to 20, C, 20 to 30, D, 30 to 50, or E, 50 to 70? What do you think, my friend? C, he is going with C, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent, excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Jeff, our special guest for this particular game. Jeff, give a wave goodbye before we boot you out of here. See you later, Jeff. Okay, we're back to just me on the screen for the time being. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, friends, I need to get Jeff out of here. Remove. All right, excellent. Here I am, your friendly host, Tony, here on the Zoom call. This is great. So we're going to get going here with our next activity. It's a game that is called Make It or Break It. If you can play at home, you're going to keep score. You can put your score in the chat. But if you think that you can make it, we're going to watch YouTube videos of people trying extreme stunts. And if you think that person is going to make it and they're going to be successful, I want you to put your hand on your head at home. And I know you're saying, well, Tony, nobody's going to see me. Do I need to do this? Yes, play at home. I promise this will be more engaging if you actually play. The second thing you need to do is give me an X across your chest if you think the person trying the extreme stunt is going to fail. So you'll watch the video, it will pause for 10 seconds, and you need to decide, is the person going to make it or is the person going to break it? However, before we do that, I want to do a game I call Fastest Fingers. And so I'm putting up on the screen a phone number. And the first 3 campers to text this phone number, I'm in, 651-318-6619, will have a chance to play a special game on air with us. So 651-318-6619. Our good friend Elena is staffing the phone lines. She will get back to you and give you the Zoom link to get in. The first 4 contestants will get to play a game on the air. If someone wants to put that in the chat so we can keep going, that's great. All right, excellent. Back to me. Okay, we're gonna play our Make It or Break It game. Keep score at home. There will be 6 videos. Either guess make it if you think the person trying the extreme stunt is gonna be successful, or break it if you think that person is going to fail, that they won't be
Make it
successful.
Or break it. Break it. Make it or break it.
You have 2 seconds left.
Break it. Make it or 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 break it. Break it.
Terrible.
0 out of 6.
All right, go ahead, put your scores in the chat, whatever you got. Now, friends, here with me, I have 4 special contestants who are going to play at home.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know how many I have. Looks like maybe 2 or 3, but whatever. It's all good. So go ahead and introduce yourselves. Contestants, who do I have on this call? Tony, go ahead and introduce yourself. Where are you from?
Hi, my name's Tony Walker. I'm from Chisago Lakes, Elam Lutheran Church. And I'm a graduated high schooler going into college.
Okay.
I'm Aiden.
All right, excellent. And then who do I have on the Kaylee Bosch line? Who's playing from home over there?
Congratulations.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Aiden.
I'll be a junior this year.
Can I hear you?
And I go to Holy Family.
Playing from home over there. I don't know what's
I'm
going
Aiden.
on.
I'm a 9th grader.
I'll be a
Okay.
junior.
Can we hear him on the live stream? Let's find out. Remember that whole part about being an experiment? Here's the experiment part.
I'm a 9th grader.
I'll be a junior.
Let's find out. Remember that whole part about being an experiment? Oh, okay. It looks like we can hear you. I just can't hear you, so that's going to be an interesting challenge. All right, no problem. Well, we'll just play at home. I just can't. I don't know why I can't hear you. It's a lot of echo is what I'm hearing. No problem. Well, we'll just play at home. Okay, that should take care of the echo.
There we go.
Okay, so what we're doing, friends, is we're going to play a little bit of Jeopardy right now with you.
Oh, gosh.
And just for my sake, in the Zoom chat, I'm going to have you put your answers, but feel free to talk so the people at home can hear you. Now, I think Elena hopefully sent you some instructions on how to use a buzzer, an online buzzer. Give me a thumbs up if you got those instructions.
Okay, you need to do a buzzer. I don't know how to.
I did
thumbs
not.
Down. All right.
Yeah,
No
down.
problem.
They're coming.
I can't hear you, Elena, so yelling isn't going to help you. Okay, so here's what we're going to do is I'm just going to call on you, and you can pick a category, and we'll see how this goes.
Oh, here we go.
I'm terrible.
Alrighty.
All right, awesome. So our categories today are this. Okay, we've got alter egos, state capitals, games, kids movies, nursery rhymes, and groups of animals. So I'm going to go with Tony Walker. Tony, go ahead and pick a category that you would like to see.
Let's do kids movies 800. Oh, did I do something wrong? Was that right?
You'll have to put it in the chat for me. Everyone else can hear you, but I can't.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right, let's. It's an experiment, right? Okay. I'm so sorry. There's the Zoom. There's the Zoom chat. All right.
Here we go. Kids movies for 800, he says. Stuart Little was this kind of animal. First person to answer in the chat wins the points. Play along at home if you want. Oh, Kaylee, congratulations. Mouse is correct.
It's me.
I don't know your name.
Wait,
because
are
your
we
name isn't
supposed
on the
to
chat.
answer?
You have to rename yourself.
We name it Aiden.
Okay. Yes, you got the points. Excellent. Okay. What category would you guys like? Put it in the chat, please.
What? Wait, what?
What'd you say?
Go to the Zoom chat and put in what category you want.
Oh, do
From
kids movies. 600.
All right, 5 seconds, or I'll pick one for you. Kids movies 600. It was that was from what you guys picked already. Oh, okay, here we go. Kids movie 600. This was Peter Pan's Enemy. Peter Pan's Enemy. Captain Hook is correct. Captain Hook is correct. Oh, we lost Tony.
We did?
Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay, Kaylee, your call. What do you want?
What do we want?
Um,
I don't see it.
we don't see it. We don't see it.
I think it's Frozen. Uh-oh.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Games 2000. 2000.
Games 2000. Games 2000. In the game of chess, the move when a player trades spaces with a rook and a king.
Oh, shoot.
I actually don't know that one. That's hard.
Checkmate.
Anyone?
Stuart Little.
Checkmate is not correct. I'm sorry.
You're okay. Oh my, for everyone to see.
Good. Hey.
All right. We'll go to another one. We're going to go to groups of animals, which is this. What is a group of bees called? A group of bees.
Hi.
Are we supposed to answer, Tony?
Correct, or good guess. It was a swarm. A swarm is what we're looking for. All right. We have just a minute left, so we're going to go on to Final Jeopardy. Final Jeopardy is this. Can you name all 7 dwarves? Oh. All 7 of the dwarves. Whoever gets more is going to be the big winner of this contest. Tony Walker, chance for redemption, my friend. Come up with as many as you can. Don't push return until you've got them, until you're ready to submit your answers. We will give them 30 seconds. Feel free at home to go ahead and hum the Jeopardy song.
I'm just kidding.
Sleepy, grumpy.
They can't. They only see our foreheads, by the way.
Sleepy, grumpy.
I will give you another 10 seconds, my friends. 10 seconds.
I don't know. We are not going to win this one. We're already ahead with 1,400.
I don't know. Oh, dope.
I know Grumpy's one.
All right. It looks like Kaylee says sleepy and grumpy, and Tony says dopey, happy, and sleepy. That means Mr. Walker, Tony Walker, is our big winner of Jeopardy tonight. Congratulations, Tony, from all of us here at Summer Festival Studios. That was great. Thanks for playing, y'all. Audience out there, can you give our contestants a big round of applause? You can't see them, but they're clapping really loud for you. All right, excellent. We're gonna check out a couple of videos now. So the band has been kind enough to put together a video for us to sing along to at home. So go ahead, sing your heart out, pretend like nobody's listening because they might not be, and we're gonna rock out to this music. So without any further ado, here's the band.
out of darkness, out of shame. By the cross, you are the truth, you are the light, you are the way. I once was fatherless, a stranger with no hope. Your kindness waking me from my sleep now. Your love, it beckons deeply, a call to come and die. By grace, I will come. Take this life, take your life. Sin has lost its power, death has lost its sting. From the grave you've risen victoriously. Into marvelous light I'm running, out of darkness, out of shame. By the cross you are the truth, you are the light, you are the way. My dead heart now is beating, my deepest stains now clean. Your breath fills up my lungs, now I'm free, now I'm free. My dead heart now is beating, my deepest stains now clean. Your breath fills up my lungs, now I'm free, now I'm free. Sin has lost its power, death has lost its sting. From the grave you've risen victoriously. Into marvelous light I'm running, out of darkness, out of shame. By the cross you are the truth, you are the life, you are the way. Into marvelous light I'm running, out of darkness, out of shame. By the cross you are the truth, you are the life, you are the way. Lift my hands and spin around, see the light that I have found. Oh, the marvelous light, the marvelous light. Lift my hands and spin around, see the light that I have found. Oh, the marvelous light, the marvelous light. Into marvelous light I'm running, out of darkness, out of shame. By the cross you are the truth, you are the light, you are the way. Into marvelous light I'm running, out of darkness, out of shame. By the cross you are the truth, you are the light, you are the way.
All right, settle down. I said settle down, all right? This is a very important meeting. I need your best ideas. We are not leaving this room until we have cut this company's budget in half, all right? So only the best ideas. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
I said, do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Shelly, what do you got?
I think we should cut human resources.
Dan?
I think we should raise the shipping costs.
Peter?
I think Dan knocked it out of the park.
Disagree. Derek, what do you think?
I think we need to increase profit margins.
Bangs?
IT is hemorrhaging money.
Derek's twin.
I had the same idea as Derek on this one.
You would stick together. How about you, Sleepy Tom?
No, I think we need more nap time.
Captain Crossbones.
Cut each R.
Not now, Steve. Captain Crossbones.
Synergy.
Forearm Joe?
I think we should cut everything.
No, that idea, 4 thumbs down. Terrible. How about you, Yoda?
Use the Force, Luke.
Don't call me Luke. And the Force is why we're in this trouble right now, all right? Do I make myself clear? Reverse centaur.
I think we need to hire a new secretariat.
Invisible man. Invisible man!
Oh, he's out this week.
Aspiring indie musician. What do you got? Are you tuning right now? Are you kidding me? How about you, houseplant?
I think we should leave the budget alone.
Did you even prepare for this meeting right now?
No.
Imaginary creatures. In English, please.
Cut construction costs.
Now we're finally getting somewhere. Hold on. Hello? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see. I have some terrible news.
Everyone, welcome to Slam Poetry Night. First off, I will be reading a poem that is very near and dear to my heart. I got the horses in the back. Horse tack is attached. Hat is matte black. Got the boots that are black to match. Riding on a horse, ha! You can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley. You ain't been off that porch. Now, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
Are you ready for the sequel? Ain't you ready? In the Garden of Evil, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be praying for the faithless. And if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
I'll continue. I wrote this. It's very personal to me. You are not a voice. You're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for. I fear everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I am blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure. I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. Into the unknown. into the unknown.
Yeah.
I just wrote this one this morning. Please let me share. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishin' and wishin' and wishin' and wishin'. They wishin' on me. She say, "Do you love me?" I tell her only partly. I love my bed and my mama. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me? I turn the 02 into the 03. Dog, without a 40, Ollie, there'd be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan. God's plan. God's plan. Thank you.
Hey Summer Festival.
Hey Summerfest.
Hey friends.
Hey guys, it's Matt. I want to make sure everyone's staying healthy and safe during this quarantine.
Hey there, I miss you. Can't wait to see you soon.
Hi everyone, this is Caitlin coming to you sort of live from La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Tess and Harry here. We just wanted to say hey, we hope you are doing well and that you are healthy and safe in this time. I hope you're finding something to be positive about. I know that might not be the easiest thing right now, but that's been what's most helpful for me.
Hey campers, Jeffy here, coming at you in my own quarantine, my own house. Just want to say that I miss you all. We miss camp. Everyone here on staff, trust me, continues to pray and think about you all.
I know we're all kind of going through hard times. The staff have been praying and thinking about you even more than usual.
Just wanted to send you guys a quick note that I'm thinking of you and I'm praying for you every day.
Hey, how's it going? No, really, how's it going? Make sure to check in on those you care about.
We just want to let you know that your Summer Festival family is always here for you.
I know we're in some unusual times, but don't forget that you have support in so many different forms. Remember to lean on the people you love.
I know times like these are hard, but tonight is a great reminder of how important a good community is.
You know, tonight's a really great night to recognize the Summerfest community that we have. You know, really rally around each other, stay positive, you know, really fuel us up for the uncertain times ahead. You know, really lean into this and have a great night.
And we miss you all very much. We're so glad that you're here tonight, and we can't wait to see you very soon.
I can't wait to worship with you all again in whatever form that might be. Sending lots of love from across the border.
Stay safe, stay positive, we can get through this together.
We only get through this if we do it together. So stay safe, and I can't wait to see you all again.
With this heart open wide, from the depths, from the heights, I will bring a sacrifice. With these hands lifted high, hear my song, hear my cry, I will bring a sacrifice. I will bring a sacrifice. I lay me down, I'm not my own. I belong to you alone. Lay me down, lay me down. Whoa, hand on my heart, this much is true. There's no life apart from you. Lay me down, lay me down. Letting go of my pride, giving up all my rights. Take this life and let it shine. Take this life and let it shine. I lay me down, I'm not my own. I belong to you alone. Lay me down, lay me down. Whoa, hand on my heart, this much is true. There's no life apart from you. Lay me down, lay me down. Whoa. I lay me down, I'm not my own. I belong to you alone. Lay me down, lay me down. Whoa, hand on my heart, this much is true. There's no life apart from you. Lay me down, lay me down. Whoa.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Thanks, program team. Thanks, band team, for doing some music. That was really awesome. Thanks, program team, for the skit. I have the pleasure this evening to introducing a really good friend of mine and not a stranger to Summer Festival Camp at all. I'm sure most of you have heard him speak through the years. His name is Pete Larson. Pete's coming live from his living room in Bloomington. And I can't really hear Pete, so it'll be all good. I'm sure he's going to say great things, and I'm going to tune in on my other stream. So, Pete, take it away. Please give snaps for Pete.
Thanks, Tony. Hopefully I'm on. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Tony, nod if you can hear me. Can you hear me? I hope so. Well, that's great. Hey, way to go. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We're so glad that you are with us, and this is just an exciting night. Gosh, it was just awesome to hear all the different leaders talking to you, just talking about being safe and praying for you. It's just been fantastic and great music. I was singing along here, and Tony was laughing at me. I don't know why. So anyway, hey, listen, I just have a few words I wanted to share with you tonight because I know this has been a really different time for all of us, and we're trying to figure this whole thing out. I know I was thinking about like spring breaks, and a lot of people lost their spring break this year. That was kind of a bummer. I had planned to go skiing out in Colorado with some friends. That got canceled, and hopefully we can do that again. But it got me thinking about vacations because my wife Lynn, we've been married for 34 years, and we have different kind of ideas for vacations. So she likes trips and I like adventures. Now, here's the difference between a trip and adventure. When we go on one of her trips, everything is planned out. We know where we're staying. She's got a timeline of where we're going to be. It's all about the destination for her. She wants to get there as quickly as she can. Now, for me, I want to just see things. When we're driving down the road, I see that sign for the second largest ball of twine, and I swear I want to stop. And I'm like, please, please. But she's got a destination to get to. So I was thinking about these different trips and the vacations that we take. And one of the things that I realize is trips are all about reservations and agendas. Now, adventures, they're about whatever's happening. You stop when you're tired. You eat when you're hungry. You sleep wherever you are. When we go on these adventures, and sometimes she lets me do them, we don't get on the freeways at all. We take the back roads. We stay at mom and pop hotels. We eat at mom and pop places. And I think sometimes we sort of think we've got everything planned out so well, and when it doesn't go our way, then we get bummed out. But if you think of life as an adventure, it changes everything. Now, when I was growing up, we didn't get to take many vacations because I had a large family. And in fact, I'm going to show you a picture of that we used to drive in just a second. But we wouldn't take very many vacations because we couldn't get all 9 kids and my parents in one car. But one time we had bought a new car, and so we had 2 cars. We got to go on a vacation, and we drove up north. And on the way, we stopped at a truck stop. And at the truck stop, everybody went out to go to the bathroom, do their thing. And I was goofed around looking at all the candy and stuff like that. And when I came back out, the cars were gone. My family left without me. Okay. So not a great vacation, but it was a great adventure because as I looked around, tried to find them, I couldn't find them. I was 8 years old at the time. I did what every 8-year-old kid would do it if their family left them at a truck stop in the middle of Minnesota. I sat down and started crying. And so there I was crying on the curb, and these two truckers came by and they said, what's wrong? What are you doing? I said, well, my family left me. And they said, well, they'll be back probably. Well, eventually they did come back. But what happened is the truckers took me inside and they sat me on those little stools that swirl around. And we sat at the counter, and they bought me donuts and hot chocolate. And for an hour, as I waited for my parents to figure out that I was gone, come back and get me, I was having an adventure that none of my other family, brothers and sisters had. And of course, my parents felt so bad for leaving me at the truck stop that they spent the entire weekend trying to make it up to me. And I let them, for sure. But really, when I think back on some of the adventures I had, the first great adventure I had was when I was 16 years old. And I was, some friends of mine had been invited by our young life leaders to go out to the Beartooth Mountains in Montana on a backpacking trip. Now, I got to tell you, I was so excited because I'd never been to the mountains before. I was so excited to see these mountains. And we got in a van, we drove out there. And the very first night that we were there, we stayed at a house to kind of get ready before we hit the mountains. And I remember we were talking that night about that we were in the Beartooth Mountains. They actually have bear in the mountains. And so they were telling us about how we would have to be really careful. We'd have to put our food up in a tree and make sure that we were watching out and being safe and all that sort of stuff. And that night we were sleeping in different rooms in this house, and we fell asleep. And I was sound asleep at about 3 a.m. I was awoken to the most frightening, blood-curdling scream I'd ever heard in my life. And immediately I thought of the bears. The bears came into my mind as I heard my friend Joe screaming for his life, yelling, "Get it off, get it off." And I'm freaking out at this time because I'm thinking there's a bear in this house right now. And so finally, when I get the light on, I look over and my friend Joe is sort of rustling around in his bed, and I can't see what it is. And finally he stops, and there's no animal. There's no bear. There's nothing. And then he explains to me that he had fallen asleep on his hand, and his hand fell asleep. And then his hand somehow was touching his face, but he couldn't feel it. And he grabbed it. He thought his hand was a bat. So that's where our adventure began. But truly, when we got ready to go on our backpack trip, it was going to be a 7-day trip through the Beartooth Mountains. We stopped first at the visitor center. And this is where we were going to meet up with a ranger who was an experienced climber and hiker. And he was going to go through all the things that we would need to know to safely have an adventure in the mountains. And our goal was to get to this one beautiful lake that was on all the pictures. We really wanted to see this lake in the mountain. It was high up. It was beautiful, and we couldn't wait. And so as we were talking to the forest ranger, he was explaining what we would watch for, that we would be on some trails that were not traveled a lot. And so we would have to watch for markers. Now, some of these markers were signs that the Forest Service put up. But sometimes there were places where you couldn't put a sign in because it was all rock. There were no trees. And so other campers, other hikers that had gone through there would put stacks of rocks up along the path. And they were called cairns. You've probably seen these before when you pile rock after rock. And that would be sort of a signal that this is the trail that you're on. Well, after our 3rd day of hiking, we were so excited, and we were looking at our map, and we had this great topographical map that would take us to the lake. And the leader said, "Hey, how would you guys like to go on an extra adventure?" And we thought, "Well, what are you talking about?" They said, "We think that we could make it to the top of Silver Run Peak. We were going to go around it before, but we think we can climb to the top." And I'm just going to show you a quick picture of what this looks like. If I can just switch this over real quick. Here we go. All right, let's see. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. Where'd it go here? That was the car my parents left me in. I was going to share that. So this is the guys. This is the group that we were going to see, and then here's of course our warning about bears in bear country. And again, these are the fellows as we're getting ready. This is the house where my friend thought he was being attacked by the bear. But here's our map, and the map showed the trail that we were on, and then we found Silver Run Peak, and we decided that we were going to try to do that, and we had some great adventure. There's a shot of what we were going to have to climb if we were going to make it up Silver Run Peak, and again, the group of guys right there. So anyway, we're doing this trip, and they said, "How would you like to try to make it to the top?" And I was all in. I thought, what a great idea this would be. And one of my friends was not really prepared for a trip like this. He hadn't really worked out or walked, hiked, anything like that. His feet were hurting, and he said, "I can't do it. I just don't want to do it." And we knew that if he wasn't going to go, none of us were going to be able to go. And so we ended up splitting up his pack, putting it in ours, so we could make the hike. Now, here's where it got interesting. As we were making this hike, we hit an area of fog. The storm came in, and it basically blinded us. We couldn't see a thing. And it was so dangerous because we thought we were on the trail. We had gotten off the trail somehow, and we had kept going for a while. And after a while, we realized that we were lost. And so we finally had to just stop, camp where we were, get up the next morning, and hope that the fog had lifted. And once the fog lifted, we tried to make our way back to the trail. We couldn't find it, and we got more and more and more lost. Fortunately, we ran into a couple of hikers who were more experienced campers than we were, and they knew how to read a map much better than we did. And we said, "Hey, we're trying to get to Silver Run Peak." And they said, "Well, you can't get there from here." And so they actually told us how to get back. It took us several hours to get back to the trail that we needed to be on, but we finally did make it to the top of the peak. And I actually have a picture I'll show you real quick of that. Here's the gang again, and let's see if we can pull that up real quick. Okay, this is the fog starting to come in, as you can see that. And now we're climbing higher and higher. We're in the elevation with the snow. This was July, by the way. And here we are at the top of the peak. What a great adventure we had. Now, here's the cool thing. The adventure that I had, it wasn't the greatest adventure because of the hike and all that. That was great. That was fantastic. But my real adventure began when our leader pulled out of his backpack, which was already pretty heavy, 12 of these Bibles. And he gave each of us a Bible. And we didn't know that was going to happen. And we were pretty surprised. And I remember sitting up on the mountaintop talking with these leaders, and they pulled out the scripture, and they talked about James and John and Peter and Andrew, and how Jesus came by when they were out cleaning their nets, and they were fishermen, and Jesus said, "Follow me, and I'll make you fishers of people." And they got up and they followed him. And they were talking this week about how these people followed Jesus. And I'll never forget, one of the stories that we read was from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14. And if you've never read it, I'd pull it out. Start at the very beginning, because a lot of stuff is happening in this scripture. But what was going on is after Jesus had fed, he did this great miracle of feeding 5,000. He sent his disciples out on a boat to cross to the other side while he stayed to pray. It had been a long day, and he needed some time alone. And as they were sitting out in the boat, a storm came up. And these were experienced fishermen. They shouldn't have been too nervous, but it was a pretty bad storm, and they were scared for their lives. And in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the night, they look out on this lake, this great lake, and they see something coming across the water. And at first they scream out, "It's a ghost." They're so afraid. What could this be? And then they hear the voice of Jesus. "Don't worry, it's me. It's just me. Now, they must not have been able to see him real closely, because Peter, one of the disciples, he looks out and he says, well, Jesus, if that's really you, call me to come out and walk on the water with you. And Jesus goes, great, come on. And so Peter puts one foot over the side of the boat, then the other foot up, and he begins to walk across the water toward Jesus. What an adventure that was. Now, then what happens is the wind and the waves come up, and they scare Peter a little bit, and he begins to sink. And he cries out to Jesus, Lord, save me. And Jesus grabs his hand, and he's saved. And when they got back in the boat, Jesus said, oh, you have little faith. Why did you doubt? Now, I don't think Jesus was scolding Peter for this. I actually believe that he was so excited about what Peter did. And he was more saying, why did you doubt? You know I had you, right? Jesus is calling each of us to an adventure. When Peter and James, John, Andrew got called that first day, they didn't realize the adventure they'd been called to. And I didn't realize that camping trip, that backpacking trip, the adventure that I was being called to as well. But God is calling each of us to that adventure. It's not a trip. We don't know what's going to happen day to day. He's going to be doing different things with this each and every day. But when we start thinking of our life as an adventure, we go into it expecting that today we're going to see some amazing things. And so I hope that you'll begin to think about your life as an adventure, that God is inviting you to go on an adventure with him. And when you do, you're going to see things that you never imagined seeing before. You're going to be walking along with the Holy Spirit. You're going to be learning about who Jesus is and what he wants for you in your life. And that is such an amazing thing.